Guardian Legend is a forgotten classic, a unique game lost in the shadows of the NES era, taking the best qualities from Zelda, Metroid, Gunhack, and a bit of Final Fantasy, beautifully woven together that makes the Guardian Legend stand out as a masterpiece. First off, the game was created by Compile and developed by Iron. That fact alone is a sign of a great game. And how cool is it that the guys that brought us Lucia, Gunhack, R-Type, and Metal Storm were joining forces have me brimming with excitement. It's like Mario and Link teaming up. Standing alone, they are great, but awesome together. And on top of that, the Guardian Legend was ahead of its time. Before Chun-Li or Lara Croft, females in leading roles in video games were scarce. For the developers to design the role as female was a ballsy move on their part. Couple that with the brilliant fusion of two distinct genres, the Guardian Legend had the potential to change the world of gaming as we know it. As much as I'm a fan of the classics, I'm a bigger fan of multi-genre games, especially those that deliver a one-of-a-kind experience standing out as fresh and memorable, when done right. It's the reason I fell in love with the Guardian Legend, cause it's two games in one! That, and the fact she can turn into a jet. Score 1 for Transformer fans. Gameplay revolves around you landing on Naju, a giant starship on collision course with Earth. Its maze-like surface is riddled with stores, shops, and areas to explore. And along the way you face armies of evil monsters preventing you from fulfilling your mission, as your objective is to go from dungeon to dungeon, removing seals and activating the ship's self-destruct mechanism. The game helps you out a bit with a map in the menu screen. A blinking square indicates where you have to go next, so you can't get lost as easily as in Zelda. But don't let that deter you from exploring the place out, as special weapons and upgrades are scattered about ripe for the picking. And I really loved how the developers give you a huge arsenal of weapons. My personal favorite is the enemy eraser. One flash and everything is dead. Blinky flashy screen of death. Where was I again? Oh yeah! When you finally find a dungeon entrance, and after greeted with an awesome cutscene, the game shifts to a vertical shoot 'em up, where you're equipped with special weapons and power-ups obtained from before. In addition, you have a health bar. Well, it's more like a shield bar since you don't die when it reaches 0. Anyway, it's a breath of fresh air compared to the one hit and you're dead crap in most shoot 'em ups. Oh, on top of that, you have a score number doubling as an experience counter, giving it an RPG twist. So the more monsters you kill, the higher the score. The higher the score, the stronger you get. Simple, right? With any great game comes great music, and the Guardian Legend is no exception. I have to give a special thanks to Masatomo Miyamoto and Takeshi Sento for the phenomenal selection in this game. Check it out. Controls are smooth and very responsive. Hell, you can move in 8 directions. So there's no excuse when this game kicks your ass, it will kick your ass. I can't even count how many times I lost to the same boss over and over again. Despite the difficulty, the game will leave you wanting more, and more is what you shall have. After you beat the game, it will give you a password, TGL. This will allow you to play the game a second time around as a pure shoot 'em up. No overworld, no traveling dungeon to dungeon, an action-packed adrenaline rush, 8-bit frenzy. It's little surprises like these that make me happy that developers go an extra mile to make their games fantastic. But there are 2 things I hold against this game. 1, 16 character passwords are too freaking long. Add in lowercase letters, numbers, and punctuation marks, and you got a mess bigger than a whale cupping up alphabet soup. It makes me wonder, why didn't the developers use battery-safe files? If the technology existed for Zelda and Final Fantasy, then why not the Guardian Legend? Second, the cover art, especially the color yellow. Let me get this straight. You have red, blue, black, green, white, brown, violet. Out of all those colors, you pick yellow, the least used color in the game? Talk about another example of poor artwork design. Personally, I prefer the European version, as it illustrates her exquisite beauty in all her metallic radiance. Speaking of advertisement, Broderbund was responsible for introducing the Guardian Legend to the US, and to its demise. They made a shitty job in advertising the game that no one knew about it. Metalstorm, another underrated classic, got on the cover of Nintendo Power. What did the Guardian Legend get? A showcasing at the 1989 Winter Consumer Electronics Show, and that was it. No commercials, no magazine ads, no exposure, nothing. Broderbund is the sole reason the game didn't get the recognition it deserved. Thanks to their lack of effort, it was forgotten for decades, and a relative unknown in gamer circles up to this day. If you're a fan of the NES, shoot 'em up, or retro gaming in general, the Guardian Legend is a must-have. Hell, you can find it on eBay for dirt cheap. I cannot recommend this enough. It is hard to find a game these days that is as unique as the Guardian Legend. It seems as if most game companies these days are only interested in pushing graphics or releasing their next Grand Theft Auto Halo Madden clone. Just because a game isn't mature, hyped, or hardcore shouldn't be quickly judged as a bad game. The Guardian Legend proves that beyond a doubt. It's innovative, memorable, and most importantly, fun. It is a true classic.